Yeah, Game Informer. It may not push your. Here we go. Let's go. They got a video. Hell yeah. Let's watch. Let's watch a company sell themselves out.
Nice left.
Been practicing.
I can tell.
Safe's back here. This guy had his password be a bunch of fives.
The Saints Row reboot features a new cast of characters and a different location to explore, but its
All
heart
right.
and soul haven't
It's
changed.
reviewed by Andrew
Players can
Reiner
once again
too.
expect an exciting crime fest, giggle-worthy humor, purple splattered everywhere, and an open world chock full of things to do and secrets to unearth. The game also has a knack for blowing everything up. In other words, it is great fun in that traditional Saints Row way, and even better when experienced with a friend.
Oh God, this is totally a paid for
Saints Row
review.
establishes an exciting pulse from the outset of play that
Yeah.
periodically palpitates with graphical glitches or can outright flatline when gameplay bugs halt progress. The rough edges are noticeable, yet are minor nuisances in an otherwise outstanding game.
Oh man, did you just hear that?
The rough edges are noticeable, yet are minor nuisances in an otherwise
The
outstanding
rough
game.
edges are noticeable, but are minor nuisances. Is that how that works? Is that how that fucking works, dude? The rough edges are noticeable, but oh God. That's not what everybody else in the fucking world is saying.
Noticeable, yet are minor nuisances in an otherwise outstanding game.
Oh,
Saints Row has never been better, but I wouldn't call it the next evolution in the series.
things have never been
Feels like an
better.
alternate sequel to Saints Row 3. Take that as both a compliment and a minor complaint.
Oh.
Fresh designs and co-op play creatively build off that formula, while the gunplay and animations haven't shown much improvement and are well behind what we expect in games today.
All right, dude, this guy, this voiceover artist, whoever did this fucking voiceover, has no clue how, like, tone in reading something. Like, he's making really big complaints, like, oh, you also can't even finish the game. Like, he's making it sound good. Like, he's making. The game has major game breaking bugs, but it's such a great experience. Like, what? Do you know what you're reading? Like, whoever. Oh my God.
Hits with silliness within minutes of play, with the lead character delivering what is likely the longest string of F-bombs in all of entertainment. This moment cements the game's silly and lowbrow vibe, which hits more than it misses, and shows the protagonist can be a bit of a wild
It hits more than it misses?
card.
What?
The game designs this character, determining their sex, voice, facial features, and even the size of their genitalia.
Every single complaint that people have had with this game so far, Game Informer's like, yeah, no, it's no problem. It's great. I love it. Incredible.
This team is
Incredible.
self-contained and blends seamlessly with a fantastic supporting cast that gives the game a legitimate team dynamic, both in the story and mission flow. Eli is the brains of the operation, and his love of LARPing rubs off on you. Nina's obsession with cars and art is contagious and represented in play. And then
Dude,
there's
this
Ted,
isn't
who's
real.
always shirtless, loves tacos.
This isn't real. This isn't real. He's fucking trolling. This has to be trolling. He's literally talking about these characters as if, like, he's been playing God of War. Like, the writing is so on point. This guy's love of role-playing really gets you wanting to role-play too. The girl's love of cars really turned me into a gearhead. And the guy being shirtless just makes him a cool, far-out guy. Like, this isn't real. This isn't fucking real.
His love of LARPing rubs off on you. Nina's obsession with cars and art is contagious and represented in play.
And represented in play. Her love of art and cars is represented in play. Oh. Who wrote
Who is
this?
always shirtless, loves tacos, and is one of the fathers to a fantastic cat that actually plays a significant role in the plot.
Dude, let's go back again here. I'm sorry.
And is one of the fathers. And then there's Kev, who is always shirtless,
He's always shirtless,
loves tacos,
loves tacos,
and is one of the fathers to a fantastic cat.
and is
that
a father of a fantastic cat. What a character.
actually plays a significant role in the plot. The fictional world of Santa Aleso is just as colorful.
Hey, I
as
got a
facts,
shitty Miata looking
still
car.
with creative architectural designs like dinosaur statues and state-of-the-art skyscrapers backed by
Creative architecture designs like dinosaur statues.
creative architectural designs like dinosaur statues
Creative architectural designs like dinosaur statues.
and state-of-the-art skyscrapers backed by scenic deserts and mountains. I like how developer Deep Silver Volition encourages the player to stop to admire the architectural craftsmanship with photo opportunities. When photographed,
I like that Deep Silver Volition has you stop and take pictures. You like that? You like that?
some of these wonders transform into decorations for the Saints' base. I don't know how many hours I sunk trying to track these collectibles down. They reward you well for taking the time to explore.
This isn't real.
Santa Aleso is rarely a bore, even if stretches of it are remarkably flat.
Just every sentence is contradictory. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Who watches this review and is like, you know what, I'm gonna buy that? Listen to what he says right here.
Moving around Santa Aleso is
Moving around, hold on, let's go. Moving around Santa Aleso is what?
Getting around Santa Aleso is rarely a bore,
It's rarely a bore. But what? But what?
even if stretches of it are remarkably flat.
What? What?
From hover bikes to battery-powered tanks, vehicle variety is high and surprisingly powerful. A basic rusted-out car doubles as a weapon that can knock other vehicles off the road and break the laws of physics to turn corners on a dime. Most of these rides offer extensive
I love that. I love how he's like, yeah, and it can break the laws of physics. Yeah, that's cool. Dope. That's a feature. Cool. No, don't act like your shitty physics in the game are fucking a feature. It's incredible.
allowing their looks to transform through deep wells of body mod parts, tires, paint, and more. Additional customization parts are tucked off to the side as hidden collectibles. giving
Oh.
Yet another reason to explore.
Oh yeah, we love collectibles. You know what everyone loves in games? Collectibles. I love just running around the map aimlessly for fucking no reason at all and no reward. I love that. I love it so much. Every time.
The game. The critical path and side hustles are handled with care, delivering interesting or goofy objectives in locations that collectively give you a good look at most of the map's significant landscapes and interiors. It wouldn't be fair of me to spoil these setups, but I was particularly impressed by a prison mission that turns into a music video for Onyx's Slam. These missions scale nicely for cooperative play.
He
As the
likes
play
that one of the
progresses,
missions turned into a music
Insurance
video
Fraud sadly hasn't
for a
evolved
band that
into
no
a
one's ever heard
fun,
of.
But there's a nice variety to them collectively. Most are short and sweet, and reward the player with much needed new skills.
Basically, all I've gathered is that insurance fraud is the only good thing. The only good thing. Like, what the fuck? This is what I've seen in every review. They're like, oh yeah, insurance fraud's fun though.
Or outfit. New ventures unlock at a nice pace, since they are tied to critical beats in the story,
Oh.
delivering something different to dive into even at the game's end. The story progresses at a decent clip until around the third act, where it feels like an entire chapter of the game is missing. The Saints go from rag
It feels like an entire chapter of the game is missing. 8.5. It feels like an entire it almost feels like the game's not finished. 8.5. 8.5. Yeah. It's not like the game could have been in development for any longer. I think the game's just fine how it is. 8.5, no problem. You know, how's that? Give me that 50 grand. Easily. Fucking Christ.
To riches in the blink of an eye, and the final act unfolds. It's a jarring plot skip that delivers the sensation that I missed a big chunk of the Saints' growth.
Weird.
Combat is one of the biggest parts of the game, and it never truly finds its groove. Part of the problem is I felt bad for most of my opponents. They either charge haphazardly into most battles, getting riddled with each step.
He's now going into the main gameplay mechanics and saying that they're not interesting, and then goes at the end 8.5? How does that work?
Which leaves them vulnerable as they consider what to do next. The selection of firearms also disappoints, both in feel and variety. The oddly named Thrustbuster is Saints Row's greatest weapon to date, as it sends enemies into the stratosphere. But most
that's like 75% of the game. The shooting and the guns are bad. 8.5. What? How does that work? Oh my God, LF in the chat. So Game Informer believes this is only 1.5 worse than Red Dead Redemption 2. Holy fucking shit. What world are we in now? Just mind you, we watched an IGN review earlier. That was reasonable. It actually made sense. They gave it a 6. They said it was kind of It said it was mediocre. It said it was kind of shitty. And now Game Informer is the company that I'm looking at like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You're lying. You're straight lying through your teeth.
And is something most games abandoned generations ago. All that said, blowing stuff up, which you do all the time, is incredibly rewarding given just how extensive
blowing stuff up, you know.
Rockets and grenades help give the combat system a pulse. In my 30 hours of play, I experienced several glitches, the most severe being my weapons no longer firing, but most were of the visual variety, like my character's head disappearing. The gameplay can be rough and may force you to reload a checkpoint.
What? He literally admits in the review that he had points when his guns were not even firing and when he had to reload checkpoints because the fucking game broke. What?
Thankfully, the game is liberal with them, so too much time isn't lost, but it still stings to have to repeat steps. Here's hoping the game receives additional polish post-launch.
Here's hoping the game. That's where we're at. That is where we are at. That is where we are at right now. We get games now that we have to hope get fucking patched post-launch. And he literally just said that, like, here's hoping, you know, because they might not do it. It's fucking crazy. It's madness. It is absolute madness.
It may not push your new hardware to the limit and is a little rough around the edges, but the latest Saints Row is everything it needs to be, delivering a wonderful comedic experience with plenty of depth.
It's a little rough around the edges.
And wanted to see where my team's goofy antics would take them next.
I wanted to see where my team's goofy antics went next. Yeah. I wanted to see where they go with this. Fucking Christ.
The payoffs are often worth the time investment, and just veering off the beaten path pays dividends.
8.5.
Saints are back, hopefully for another long haul.
I'm glad the Saints are back, hopefully for another long haul. 8.5. 8.5. I can't believe it. I have no respect for Game Informer anymore. They're fucking sellout pieces of shit. I can't believe that. And I saw Andrew Reiner fucking read it, and I had a fucking ugh. People that used to be, you know, respected, you know. Definitely people that used to be respected, and now I have no respect for them at all. That was a pathetic review, and it has to be fucking paid off, dude. Like, come on.